This marked the final day for the king and the last stand for the leader of his house. Suffering from a severe condition that caused skin decay and nerve damage, his 52-year-old body appeared withered and ancient. The daily ritual of changing dressings and cleaning wounds felt like slicing directly into his own flesh, requiring him to rely on milk of the poppy to numb the pain. While this medicine provided relief, it unfortunately left his mind in a scattered state. Refusing sedation on this particular day, the king fought to keep a clear head because he needed to accomplish two missions before his life faded away. His first priority was using his royal authority to silence the usurpers, questioning his daughter's right to the throne.
I will sit the throne today. Your Grace. Her children are bastards! And she is a We'll have your tongue for that.
His second goal was a long-held wish to gather all the dragon bloodlines for a dinner free from estrangement and grudges. Having struggled for years to balance family affection with friendship, he desperately wanted to prevent the powerful dragon clan from falling into internal chaos over the throne after his death.
Let us no longer hold ill feelings in our hearts. The crown cannot stand strong if the house of the dragon remains divided. But set aside your grievances, if not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man who loves you all so dearly.
The banquet eventually passed with harmony and laughter as the king enjoyed his final sunset. Yet deep in the night just before his heart failed, a confused whisper from his delirious mind pushed the simmering family feud toward a catastrophic war of annihilation. Since the power of both factions depended on the number of dragons ruling the sky, every battle promised devastating destruction. This conflict was not merely about dragons fighting dragons, but represented the infinite tearing of kinship and friendship within the vortex of power. You will eventually understand that behind all the intense scenes lies a tragic destiny that cannot be buried. The seeds of this rift were sown during a pivotal succession crisis. Having ruled the skies for nearly a century, House Targaryen boasted 10 dragon riders at the height of its power, remaining unchallenged by any rival. Even King Jaehaerys' mount, Vermithor, possessed a combat prowess that was simply unmatched. Following the tragic loss of his two sons and his own declining health, the old king decided to select a successor from his grandchildren while he still could. The primary candidates were the eldest granddaughter, Princess Rhaenys, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys. Bound by the tradition that a woman could not inherit the Iron Throne, the lords of the Seven Kingdoms overwhelmingly threw their support behind Viserys. By seeking a consensus among the lords, the king aimed to solidify the heir's legitimacy and prevent internal family betrayal from sparking a civil war. This strategy proved remarkably effective because, during the 9 years of Viserys' reign following the old king's passing, House Targaryen continued its stable rule over the realm. Viserys and his wife Aemma shared a daughter named Rhaenyra, who had already bonded with her dragon, Syrax. Restricted by the tradition excluding women from the throne, Viserys remained desperate for a male heir to secure the line of succession. After 5 heartbreaking losses, Queen Aemma was finally pregnant with their 6th child, and nearing Labor Dot to celebrate the arrival of this long-awaited son, the king spared no expense in organizing a massive tournament. The king's younger brother Daemon commanded Caraxes, a dragon ranked among the top 3 in combat power. Appointed as commander of the City Watch, he enforced strict security across the capital to eliminate threats before his brother's celebratory tournament. Daemon implemented brutal justice where thieves lost their hands, while those who harmed women faced permanent physical consequences, and murderers were executed on the spot. Although these terrifying methods established order, they drew sharp criticism from the hand of the king, who condemned such violence as a threat to the crown's reputation.
The City Watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim. They're an extension of the Crown.
The Watch was enforcing the Crown's laws.
Making a public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
During a difficult birth, it sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice.
Well, speak it.
To sacrifice one or to lose them both.
Saving the mother meant accepting her vow never to bear children again, while saving the child required him to cross a humane line.
You can save the child.
We must either act now or leave it with the gods.
Viserys battled between love and duty. As a king who still lacked a son, he finally chose to save the child.
They're going to bring the babe out now.
Justifying that he must sacrifice everything for the dynasty. He was determined to secure the male infant in her womb. This resolve was driven by his wife's tearful plea, as she had declared this her last opportunity to conceive a life after enduring 5 previous pregnancies.
I love you.
Don't be scared.
Outside the birthing chamber, the tournament intended to celebrate the unborn prince entered the heated final stage of the championship. One side featured a battlefield where men fought for power and glory. The other presented a battlefield where women were sacrificed within the power structure. This created a sharp and cruel contrast between the fates of the two genders. Eventually, the king's brother Demon was defeated in the tournament, while the queen perished inside the birthing chamber during this forced surgical procedure. What plunged Viserys into endless self-blame was that his son, who had been born for less than a day, stopped breathing shortly after. Facing this tragic ending and the decision by her father that destroyed their family, Rhaenyra was heartbroken. She felt an insurmountable chasm form between her and her father deep within her heart. With King Viserys lacking both a queen and a male heir, members of the small council grew increasingly anxious about the kingdom's future. However, the master of ships, Corlys Velaryon, clearly understood the situation. By the laws of the realm, the right of succession legally belonged to Viserys' brother.
Daemon Targaryen.
Look at what he did with the Gold Cloaks. The City Watch is fiercely loyal to him. An army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him all. I named Daemon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant. As Master of Coin, you said he was a spendthrift, a beggar of the realm. Putting Daemon in command at the City Watch was your solution.
A half measure, Your Grace. The truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon is my brother, my blood, and he will have his place at my court.
Let him keep his place at court, Your Grace. But if the gods should visit some further tragedy on you, either by design or accident...
What are you saying? My brother would murder me, take my crown.
At that very moment, the absent demon stood just outside the window, clearly overhearing every voice raised in opposition to him. Witnessing the heated dispute over succession consumed the small council.
Well, who else would have a claim?
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. A girl. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
Viserys finally reached his breaking point.
Daemon!
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife
the
and
rest?
son are dead!
The simultaneous vacancies for the heir and the queen presented a distinct opportunity for Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King. He instructed his daughter Alicent to comfort the grieving king, aiming to use his vulnerability during this time of sorrow to bring her into Viserys' life. Simultaneously, Otto ordered spies to secretly monitor Daemon, who remained the current first in line for the throne. Sure enough, the spies secured compromising evidence. They claimed that Daemon had hosted a celebration the previous night where he mockingly toasted the king's deceased child as the heir for a day.
The heir for a day.
That you could be a great ruling queen.
Daemon is your heir.
Daemon was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you were.
While the matter of succession had been settled, the daily affairs of the realm remained under the decision of her father, King Viserys. Observing Rhaenyra's new status as heir, Otto Hightower began to interject his opinions into political matters. Under the guise of training the princess, he proposed that she participate in the selection process for the Kingsguard. Rhaenyra showed little interest in most candidates due to their lack of actual combat experience. However, her attitude changed when she spotted the knight who had defeated her uncle Daemon in the tournament. The arrival of this warrior immediately caught the eye of the 15-year-old princess. In fact, Rhaenyra had harbored a favorable impression of this knight, named Ser Criston Cole, since the day of the tournament. Impressed by his actual battlefield experience, she immediately finalized him as her choice. When Otto advised selecting a knight from an allied house to strengthen future political bonds,
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat.
Of course, princess.
this interaction made Otto realize that the future heir to the kingdom possessed a strong will and would not be easily influenced by him. However, the intervention of another powerful faction forced the Hand of the King to once again attempt to alter Rhaenyra's position as heir. This new threat came from the Master of Ships, Corlys Velaryon, the king's cousin-in-law who also shared the ancient dragon bloodline.